Welcome back to a story of heartbreaking betrayal, devastating hypocrisy, and the emotional collapse of a woman who never deserved any of it, Jada Hunter. To put it bluntly, Rafe Hernandez is a scum, a hypocrite. What makes this betrayal so unforgivable, so gut-wrenchingly painful, isn't just that Rafe slept with his ex-wife Sammy Brady behind Jada's back. No, the true cruelty lies in what he continued to do after that shameful act. While privately indulging in an intimate reunion with Sammy, Rafe still had the gall, the audacity, to accuse Jada of maintaining a connection with Shawn Brady. That's right, the same man who demanded loyalty, preached trust, and held Jada to impossible standards, was lying in bed with someone else while questioning her integrity. Shameless, hypocritical, absolutely disgraceful. Rafe Hernandez has shown himself not just to be a man who betrays love, but one who does so while hiding behind a mask of self-righteousness. A painful past and a fragile hope. Jada Hunter has been walking on emotional eggshells ever since her unfortunate, one-time mistake with Shawn during the infamous fake Rafe scandal. At the time, she believed her relationship with Rafe was over, that he had abandoned her emotionally. What she didn't realize was that the man she thought she was engaged to was actually Arnold, an imposter playing games with her heart. Despite that confusion, Jada carried the guilt. She took responsibility. And when the real Rafe returned, she hoped against hope that he might understand, maybe even forgive. She clung to the fragile dream that they could rebuild what they once had. But that hope was a mirage. Because while Jada tried to make peace with the past, Rafe created new wounds in the present. The Sammy Brady bombshell. Just when Jada thought things couldn't possibly get worse, the truth came crashing down. Rafe had been sleeping with his ex-wife, Sammy Brady. Not only did he betray her emotionally and physically, but he did so without a shred of guilt. According to insider whispers, Rafe even told Sammy he didn't feel bad, not one bit. In fact, he was eager for more. So let's recap. The man who shamed Jada for her one moment of weakness with Shawn, the man who couldn't stop reminding her of her past mistake, was now rolling around in bed with the most chaotic woman in Salem, and saw no problem with it. And yet, even after this, Rafe had the sheer audacity to continue suggesting that Jada might still have feelings for Shawn. Unbelievable. Hypocrisy at its finest. Jada's emotional collapse. What happens when a strong woman finally breaks? Jada confided in Stephanie Johnson, sharing her hopes, her vulnerabilities, and her wish that Rafe could look past the past. All the while, Rafe was busy rekindling old flames with Sammy. How could anyone come back from that? This isn't just betrayal. It's a double-edged sword slicing through Jada's heart. One wound was the act itself. The other was the relentless judgment, the cold accusations, and the manipulation that followed. Now, Salem is holding its breath, waiting to see how Jada will react. Will she explode in righteous fury? Will she deliver a long-overdue confrontation that exposes Rafe for the hypocrite he truly is? Or will she walk away with quiet strength, never looking back? One thing is for certain. Jada's world has shattered, and the man she once loved is the one who struck the final blow. Shawn's role. A surprising ally? As the town buzzes with gossip, one person might prove to be an unexpected support system. Shawn Brady. Let's not forget Shawn has his own history with Sammy Brady. Years ago, Sammy betrayed Shawn's family by sleeping with his father. The emotional scars of that betrayal still linger. Now, with Rafe repeating history, Shawn might be the first to call it out. Some fans speculate that he may have been the one to tell Jada the truth and that this revelation could draw Jada and Shawn closer together. What began as a moment of confusion between them could transform into something meaningful, something redemptive. Viewers have already taken to social media in support of a potential romance, with one fan writing, "Rafe wasted no time jumping into bed with Sammy. Jada deserves better and Shawn might just be it." Sammy Brady, chaos and high heels, and then there's Sammy, Salem's resident storm. Officially, she returned to town to support her son Johnny DiMera during EJ's medical crisis. But it didn't take long before she set her sights on her ex-husband Rafe. Was it boredom? Nostalgia? Revenge? Or did Sammy's feelings for Rafe never really disappear? Whatever her motive, one thing's clear: Sammy knew exactly what she was doing. She pounced while Rafe was vulnerable. And now, Salem is dealing with the fallout of a reunion that has destroyed one woman's heart and may yet tear the town apart. Sammy has always had a knack for chaos, and this latest stunt proves she hasn't lost her edge. Whether she wanted Rafe back or simply couldn't resist setting fire to someone else's life, she's succeeded. The drama has only just begun. What comes next? As the dust settles, Salem braces for impact. Jada now holds all the cards. Will she confront Rafe and Sammy in a fiery, public showdown? Will she expose their hypocrisy to the whole town? Or will she turn inward, choosing her dignity, her career, and a future free from lies? Could this be the beginning of something new between Jada and Shawn? Or will Jada rise alone, stronger than ever before? One thing is clear, the days of Rafe pretending to be the moral compass of Salem are over. His lies, his arrogance, his betrayal, all have been laid bare. And Jada? She deserves so much more than a man who can't live by the rules he imposes on others. Final thoughts: the storyline has struck a chord with longtime viewers because it's more than just a soap opera twist. It's a deeply emotional tale of trust betrayed, love abused, and strength rediscovered. Jada Hunter has been through hell, and she's still standing. The truth has finally come to light. The mask has fallen. And now we wait to see what Salem's most wronged woman will do next. Stay tuned to Days of Our Lives for the fallout, the fury, and the fierce comeback of a woman who refuses to be anyone's victim. Because in Salem, the truth always comes out and the reckoning is never far behind. Days of Our Lives: will Sammy and Rafe rekindle their romance, or will Jada choose forgiveness and a second chance? In the ever-twisting emotional web of Days of Our Lives, few storylines have stirred as much speculation as the complicated triangle between Rafe Hernandez, Sammy Brady, and Jada Hunter. What began as a hopeful love story between Rafe and Jada has now exploded into betrayal, heartache, and choices that could change the course of 3 lives forever. Now, all eyes are on Salem. Will Rafe and Sammy reignite their undeniable flame and reunite as a couple? Or will Jada find it in her heart to forgive Rafe's betrayal and rebuild what was once a promising love? Let's take a closer look at both possibilities and what they could mean for the future of these characters. The case for Sammy and Rafe: a love that never died? Rafe and Sammy have always had a fiery, passionate history filled with highs, lows, and moments of undeniable chemistry. Though their past was riddled with misunderstandings and heartbreak, they always seemed to be drawn back to each other like magnets caught in a storm. So, is this latest entanglement just another chapter in a love story that refuses to end? Rafe's recent decision to sleep with Sammy, while still emotionally entangled with Jada, wasn't a random lapse in judgment. For some, it's a sign that the feelings between him and Sammy never truly disappeared. Their connection, as volatile as it may be, runs deep. Sammy knows how to push Rafe's buttons, how to stir up emotion, and how to tempt him at his weakest moments. And this time, it worked. For Sammy, this could be about more than just lust or revenge. Perhaps seeing Rafe again awakened something old but familiar, a longing for security in a world where chaos has always followed her. And for Rafe, maybe Sammy represents unfinished business, the what if he never stopped thinking about. If Rafe chooses Sammy, it may be because, in his heart, that passion still burns too hot to ignore. And for fans of complicated, fiery romance, a Sammy-Rafe reunion might just be the drama we never knew we needed again. The case for Jada and Rafe: redemption, forgiveness, and the power of second chances, but not everyone is rooting for Rafe to fall back into old patterns. For many viewers, the hope lies with Jada and the possibility that she may choose grace over resentment. Jada and Rafe had something real. Before the betrayal, they were building a future rooted in trust, mutual respect, and quiet support. Rafe seemed to bring out the strong, independent side of Jada while she gave him a sense of grounded stability he rarely found with Sammy. Their bond was growing, slowly but meaningfully. Yes, Rafe made a mistake, a painful, humiliating one. But is it a mistake that should destroy everything they built? If Jada can recognize that her own past included moments of misjudgment like her confusion during the fake Rafe scandal, could she find it in her heart to offer Rafe the same mercy she once hoped to receive? Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. But for Jada, it could mean reclaiming her own agency. It could mean choosing to confront the pain and rewrite the ending. She wouldn't be weak for giving Rafe another chance. She'd be strong enough to decide what she wants rather than letting heartbreak define her. Who will Rafe choose, or will the choice be taken out of his hands? Of course, this isn't just about which woman Rafe wants. Both Sammy and Jada are strong, intelligent, capable women who aren't just waiting around for a man to choose them. In truth, they may be the ones to decide Rafe's fate, not the other way around. If Sammy truly wants to rekindle things with Rafe, she'll have to convince him that this time it's different. That she's ready to commit, not just stir up chaos for the thrill of it. And if Jada sees sincerity in Rafe's regret, if she feels he's willing to earn her trust again, she may consider rebuilding their relationship from the ashes. The truth is, Salem thrives on second chances and on the fiery battles that come before them. Whether it's reconciliation or rejection, love or revenge, someone's heart is bound to be broken, but someone else's just might be mended. What the future holds as we look ahead, the possibilities are wide open. A Sammy-Rafe reunion would be explosive, dramatic, and filled with passion. A Jada-Rafe reconciliation would be quiet, redemptive, and emotionally healing. Both options offer compelling storytelling. Both would stir up Salem in very different ways. But in the end, the real question is this: what does Jada truly want? What kind of love does she believe she deserves, and is she willing to risk her heart again? No matter which path she chooses, fans can agree on one thing: Jada's strength, poise, and honesty have made her one of Salem's most compelling characters. Whether she finds peace with Rafe or walks away for good, her journey is far from over. And as for Rafe, he may soon learn that love, once broken, isn't always his to reclaim, especially not when hypocrisy was the hammer that shattered it. Stay tuned. The choice is coming, and Salem will never be the same.